I've been sick recently, but this video is a pretty important video for me to make. Pretty important. Previously on this channel, for the most part anyway, I wanted this to be a gaming channel. It was my dream ever since I was like 12 years old, when I would watch other people like PewDiePie, Markiplier, you know, the big guys that we all see now. Dashie eventually did games as well. It was like my dream to just play video games for a living. And it was hard to do it because of circumstances growing up. Financially, it just wasn't, at the time, it wasn't feasible to just have the equipment, get the equipment. My parents couldn't really afford it like that. Or rather just maybe didn't sometimes want to buy the equipment. But neither here nor there. For gaming, it was so special to me because it was like I could somewhat, quote unquote, interact with the world. Like when you watch a movie, you're watching it to be immersed within the world. You're going to a movie to be in John Wick's world, in Superman's world, Spider-Man's world. You're going to be in their world. You're not going for them to be in yours. With gaming, you're going for that, and you get this other thing that you just can't get anywhere else. You get to be part of it. Movies, you can't per se really be, like, there's a degree, like, you can somewhat be part of it, but games, you can truly be part of it because you're interacting. From the smallest of games, like Telltale games, to God of War, Spider-Man, Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy, Legend of Zelda, Persona, you get to be part of it. The interactivity is what makes gaming special. Why am I saying all this? Yeah, get to the point. I retired from gaming as of 2025. It was a New Year's resolution to let go of video games. Now, there's some decent personal reasons why. There's some reasons that are easily or relatively, I could give at least the explanation for online. For those who do watch this video, it's not like there's gonna be a lot. I got like 300 subscribers. So I'm not talking to millions or even thousands of people or hundreds. This might do 20 views, which is whatever. Retired mainly because, at least for the internet, the answer I can give is I want to focus more on things in my personal life. I want to get back into hobbies that I dropped as a kid when I couldn't play games, when it was not financially feasible for me to get new video games. I did a lot of things as a kid that I love, and I never stopped being a nerd. Like, I was the outcast of outcasts. So, but I never stopped loving, quote unquote, nerdy things. I love, even though I hate Pokemon right now, I still love what Pokemon is. I still love monster catching. I fall in love with Monster Hunter. I love, the niche games, the Yakuzas per se, or I personally love Judgment personally. I think Judgment's better than Yakuza. Don't kill me. I fell in love with the Shin Megami Tenseis. I love video games. I love the art form of it. I love the music, the art design, the mechanics. I love it through and through. But there's so many other things there too, and there's so many things out in the world to experience and be a part of. More important things in real life, like, career, things in the community, things spiritually. It's so much more, and gaming in a way is a big part of my life. And if there's one thing that I could cut off to make life more ambitious for myself, be more ambitious, it'd be video games. And I had to sit back and think, okay, you've played video games the majority of your life. You've gotten a lot of video games. You've gotten a lot of dream games too. And I want to speak on that. There are all games as a kid that we thought of and said, wouldn't this be cool if this was a video game? We've all had that, all right? Not all of our favorite games are games that we thought of as dream games as a kid. But, because for me, it was my favorite games of all time were like Legend of Zelda, more specifically Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, then Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy Tactics, and, you know, Persona 5 Royal, whatever. Just my favorite things. But they were dream games. I wanted a Assassin's Creed Japan game. And I guess we somewhat got it. But we really got it in the form of Ghost of Tsushima. And it was perfection. It was a masterpiece. We got the perfect Spider-Man game. Masterpiece. We got 2. The third one's, you know, shaky. But I still love it. You just dream magic, just pure magic put in your hand. The controller put in your hand, it's just magic. Got the dream, and I know some people feel a way about this game still, but I love Cyberpunk. And I'm gonna get into the future of the channel when it comes to games and stuff like that, because it's not entirely done, and I'll explain. But Cyberpunk, man, I have a video coming for that, and that's going to be a transitional phase for the channel. But words cannot describe my absolute deep infatuation, enthusiasm, my passion, my love for the Cyberpunk franchise. I'm talking about specifically the Cyberpunk franchise, not the genre. I love the genre entirely. Blade Runner is phenomenal. One of my favorite movies of all time at this point. But 2077, I won't say changed my life, because it didn't particularly, actually, in a way it kind of did. It got me through one of the absolute most devastating points of my life. People I thought were my brothers, my friends. It got me through something so devastating for me. It truly is special. It truly is special. And it's hard to let that go. It's hard to let that go. And I'm both scared, I'm fearful, I'm heartbroken, but I'm oddly also excited in a way to let go of video games. The deep association with something like Cyberpunk, to losing who I thought were brothers or friends, it's so deep for me. It is. And it's not just that game. You know, you got Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Metroid. I've got a lot of games I love. I don't want to get too over my head with this, but needless to say, I love video games, and letting it go is going to be a very extremely rough and painful thing to go through. But I'm excited to dive into things like getting back into, I'll just give a few things. Like, I want to try to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! I want to get back into reading manga. I want to get back into analyzing movies, animes, TV shows, actually making videos about them. And doing the videos I'm already doing, like covering wrestling. And I've fallen deeply in love back with wrestling as of recent years due to AEW, due to WWE. And it's made me go and watch the indies, DeFi Wrestling, House of Glory, New Japan, Noah, TNA, or at the time it was Impact Wrestling, which I prefer Impact over TNA. Don't kill me. CMLL, like I've fallen deeply back in love, and these are things I'm gonna get back into. I'm getting into board games. God, I sound boring. I sound so boring, but it's just things I'm just getting into. I've gotten back into sneaker collecting. Maybe I'll do some stuff of that on my channel. I know that's not nerd centric, but I don't know. Maybe I can convert a few people, maybe. But yeah, it's gonna be rough, man. I'm gonna miss it, but it's not entirely gone. The catch-22 that I have sold my consoles, so there is this catch-22 though. So the consoles are sold. I've sold my Xbox Series X, PS5, Nintendo Switch. I've got one that's broken or stock, but it's not playing video games. So, however, I do have video footage, and a lot of it, a lot of it. So, yeah, I've got a good amount of videos ready to make. They're not done, obviously. Make, though. I got a lot of videos I'm prepared to make. I've already named one, but I'll name a few. Wild Hearts. I'm contemplating Monster Hunter kind of being alongside that as well, because it kind of feels odd not to, but we'll see. Starfield. Starfield. And a few others, I believe. We'll see. I don't know if I entirely want to do a dedicated Street Fighter, Tekken. It's a few. I've got a lot of footage. I gotta skim through them and see what I really want to do. But I've got a lot of footage for the respective games that I kind of named. And I'm just excited to even do that. So I'm not entirely away from it. And also for my ongoing franchises, Cyberpunk and Final Fantasy, more specifically the Cyberpunk 2077 and Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy. I will be covering those thoroughly on the channel. I don't know if everyone's a fan of those games. Hopefully I can convert some people from over the wrestling side. But I really enjoy those are like two of my favorite games of all time. So I want to cover Final Fantasy VII as it reaches its third game, its end, and I want to cover everything Cyberpunk. From the books, from the board game to anime to movies to whatever comes out, I want to cover it. And that's the saving grace of content creation for this channel. That's the saving grace for me. And I'm excited and I'm happy to do it. And despite my fear, my worries, my heartache of letting go of video games, I'm very excited to dive into other things and see where it goes. But those are my thoughts, my opinions. I'm closing this like a regular video, but it's really just a personal video. Yeah, that's what I'm going through. That's what's going on. And happy 2025, man. It's gonna be a year. We had a crazy 2024, and I got something that I kind of want to do, video wise, reflecting. But we shall see. But if you watched, whether it's 5 people, 20 people, thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, thank you. But that's about it. I don't want to go on too long. But thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And check out the next couple videos that come out. See you later.